Okay. Thank you very much. Members, I would like to welcome you to our ProDev Hour this Thursday, the 25th of June, the year 2026. My name is Angutoko Paolino Jacinto, Chairperson, West Nile Region, and a member of the Committee on Education, Professional Standards and Discipline of Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union. I want to thank our union for initiating such an important program to interact with the science teachers of Uganda on the topical issues. This program, we have run it for over 1 year under the leadership of our committee chair, Madame Betty Auma. It has been very, very fruitful and useful. And this particular day, I've been requested to moderate this session under the topic, Building a Commanding Personality of a Science Teacher. This is a very crucial topic, especially in the wake of the social media trends that are going around against the conduct of some of our members in this country. It is important that we get a competent leader whom I'm going to unveil to unpack for us this topic so that we can learn and share, and we can try to organize ourselves well and improve on our work and also our presentation in the society so that we can command respect from our communities and give a good example to the learners, the children that are under our care in this country. I thank you so much for joining this program. And this evening, I'm privileged to unveil to you a senior leader in Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union by the names of Mr. Bamtesi Stanley, our National Deputy General Secretary. Mr. Bamtesi is a very good leader, and we have worked with him for all this long. We know him, and he has experience in the work of teaching, and also he has a lot of experience and exposure in interacting with different categories of people in this country in other areas outside education. So I thank you so much. This program, I'm not going to talk a lot about ProDev Hour. We have ever told you, it is a continuous professional development program. It promotes professional, economic, social empowerment of science teachers, and also we give updates on union programs, and we handle matters to do with the rights, the safety policies, and encourage dialogue among the science teachers. Thank you so much. We are sorry for the delay that has come because of some technology challenges where the link that was earlier shared was not this very correct one. But thank you for joining. And at this moment, I want to welcome our presenter. We give this time to him to share with us on this important topic. Mr. Stanley, you are most welcome.
Yes, thank you, my brother Angutoko Jacinto, and thank you for the introduction and the resilience shown. I want to welcome members to this ProDev Hour. I've been reliably and ably in Jesus' name. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, our topic today is building a personality that commands respect, or building a commanding personality of a science teacher. And when you look at this topic, there is a lot to discuss, but we are bringing this topic in view of what the science teacher is going through I don't know whether you've been keen on our platforms. Recently, we had a report, people were drinking alcohol and things like that, and a lot of funny comments were made about the science teacher in the country. And this is just part of the many stories that people, some of which are concocted, some may be true, but some are concocted. And that's the reason why we've chosen, as a union committed to uplifting the standards and the professional code of the teacher, or the science teacher in the country, we've chosen to come up with the topic of building a personality that commands respect among teachers. So I want us to move to the presentation. Now, the current situation today, we all agree and you know that we've had salary enhancement, but salary enhancement has triggered a mix of positive workplace behaviors and, of course, complex personal shifts. While they typically boost motivation, loyalty, and productivity, they can also lead to unintended consequences. And some of these unintended consequences include lifestyle inflation. Lifestyle inflation means someone adjusts everything he does in life. He changes the schools the children go to, he changes the friends, he changes the closet, he changes the way he speaks and everything. Then too, there are disparities among the unpromoted peers. Some peers are looked down upon and many other things. And even sometimes it has detrimental lifestyles. Such detrimental lifestyles may include alcoholism, may include womanizing for men, arrogance, family neglect, where someone chooses to neglect family and begins to spend time happening at the beach, doing many other things. Sometimes neglect of responsibility, where someone begins missing lessons, begins not attending to duty, begins not marking papers for students, and begins to behave in a way that is ugly. Sometimes it also promotes laziness and slaying. Sometimes someone is all the time after happening. And so these are some of the consequences, some of the things that come when the enhancement, when the promotion is not well managed. And this is the reason why we want to look at how are we going to manage this in a way that is going to attract or to cause respect to the science teacher in this country, because we are all aware that without that command of respect, you cannot be a teacher. And this is the reason why we are here. So what is the impact of this? Of course, the positive behavior, the positive character comes up with some implications. Part of the positives are you can build a strong and healthy constructive connections where you find teachers coming together to discuss development, to discuss how to improve education, to discuss how to go forward, to discuss how to manage their families and many other things. Then it can also foster personal growth. The enhancement that we get, the jobs that we have, the position we occupy in the society can help us foster personal growth. Then we can also promote professional growth through networking with people, through such sessions and things like that. Then it motivates people to work. The enhancement motivates people to work. It improves personal reputation. And of course, it also improves quality of life. However, on the negative side, it can promote behavioral regression, where someone who was social, someone who was humble, someone who was working with friends in a good way, who was presentable, he changes and begins to speak arrogantly, begins to isolate himself, begins to take on behaviors like falling in love with, extramarital love and things like that. Then it also increases the risk of death, because it sometimes comes with fearlessness. You know, when life begins to improve, the things we fear become few, they become less. Today, in our discussion, we realized one of the members of one of the regional chairpersons of UPSTU, of course, narrated to us that his region had lost 4 people so far, and some of whom have been lynched or along the way. Some have been poisoned because of the way maybe sometimes they've been bragging about the salary they get and things like that. But when you begin doing this, what is the implication? You're exposing yourself to the risk of death, but also you are lowering your reputation. There is increased distress in the life due to lifestyle inflation. Sometimes some of us, when we begin taking on very big, heavy projects, sometimes it causes stress because at one point the money will not be able to support the type of lifestyle you've chosen. Then, of course, layering in society and negative exposure, and finally disrepute. Disrepute comes to or means losing respect, that respect that should be accorded to the teacher. Therefore, we can ask ourselves, what does it take to command respect? What does it take to build that personality that can command, and the command is executed by whoever listens to it? This is what I want us to discuss. And I'm saying building a respectable personality involves leaning into your natural strengths while actively developing emotional intelligence, communication skills, and empathy. Now, what does it mean to lean into your natural strength? See, friends, I want us to understand this. You cannot command respect when you are behaving in a way that is not natural. You are copying from somewhere, from someone. You are living the life that looks like the other one. I've seen several teachers beginning to change the accent, the way they speak, to change the way they talk, to change the way they do things because they're imitating another person. Now, I'm telling you, we are saying, building a respectable personality requires you to lean in your natural strengths. Ask yourself, what are my natural strengths? For example, you can have your natural strengths in communication. You can have your natural strengths in time management. You can have your natural strengths in a number of ways. I want as you listen or after here, ask yourself, what are my natural strengths? And those are the areas that are going to make you respectable. You know, when you begin to live a pseudo life around you, to build a pseudo life around yourself, to begin speaking like a white, to begin behaving like so and so, to begin imitating the rich, to begin imitating so many other people, I want to tell you, by the time the community will discover you, your respect will go back to zero. Then we're also talking about actively developing emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, you control your emotions. You manage the way you do things. You don't just act haphazardly, but you behave under control. You take your life under control. Then, of course, communication skills, those ones I'm going to talk about them, and empathy. I'm saying great educators build trust and rapport by staying organized, active listening to mates and students, and controlling it comes one day and the next day it stays forever. It is something that you carefully control, that you carefully keep, you carefully protect. And how do you protect? You must stay organized in the way you talk, in the way you eat, in the way you drink, in the way you do things. When we were at the university as training to become teachers, they told us teachers must tuck in. Teachers do not eat as they are moving. So these are all components of staying organized. Then there is active listening. Whenever there is a conversation, listen. You know, some people, when you begin telling them maybe a story or something, he will pick it from you and begin telling you the story that you were telling him. That will cause you to lose that commanding aspect in your personality, because people will begin saying that one behaves like he knows it all. That isn't okay. You need to control your mouth and remain adaptable. Remaining adaptable is you must be able to fit in the situation that is at hand. Now, key aspects of personal respect. Friends, personal respect comes down to a balance of character. You cannot command personal respect when you are not controlling your character. And what are these things that will enable you to keep your character under control? One, keep your word. Most of us promise, and we at the end of it all, we end up keep making our promise turn empty. We promise and don't fulfill. When you promise, even if you are promising your children, please endeavor to fulfill. When you are promising students, please endeavor to fulfill. When you promise mates, whoever you promise, try to keep your word. People that do not keep their word will never command respect, will never command their subordinates, because their words don't carry meaning. And if your word don't carry meaning even to you, don't think it will carry meaning to others. The worst state of a teacher is that state when a teacher can speak and nobody bothers, because his words don't hold weight. Now, if you are listening to me, I'm urging you to start keeping your word, because it is that is going to bring your character under control and build a wall of respect around you. Number two, own your mistakes. Sometimes people make mistakes and they want to transfer the mistake to others. This is now not being responsible. A responsible person will own the mistake. Where need arises and maybe he needs to say sorry, you say sorry, you apologize. Where need be that you can correct those mistakes instead of trying to extend blame to the next person. Another thing is stand for others. Sometimes science teachers, by nature, we want to live alone, to live in solitary. I want to tell you, in the world we are living today, we need to socialize with the people, associate with them. When there is a challenge in the school, when there is a challenge in the community, be part of it. Stand with others. When you stand with others, they will look at you as a valuable part of the community. Of course, lastly, I want also to talk about your integrity. Protect your integrity. Make sure before you do what you are going to do, think about your name. Before you speak what you're going to speak, think about where it will throw you. Before you break that promise, remember your integrity, because this is what makes a teacher. There is no teacher that can command respect. There is nobody that commands respect without integrity. Then we are talking about another aspect is firm boundaries. Friends, you cannot be that person that doesn't have boundaries in life and you expect to command any respect. Firm boundaries, these must be healthy boundaries. Have things that you will not do. Have a program that you follow. Learn to say no to those things that are not part of you. Let the community know. Let the people know. Let the students know. Let the administration know. Let your mates know that this is a no to such and such a person. I want to tell you, they will respect your boundaries. Then another aspect is empathetic connection. You need to keep company with the right people. And this company must be meaningful. Some of us live with zero friends. You don't care about anybody, and therefore nobody cares about you. Now, what type of respect are you going to command? In other words, when your name is up for discussion, everybody has but the worst of comments. This alone throws your reputation, throws your respect, throws your command into disrepute. And I want to tell you, friends, empathetic connections are the ones that are going to build a wall of respect around us. Then another aspect is the undeniable competence. You need to show up prepared. Some of us, as you step out of your house, when you are disorganized, as if you are not ready to step out. You step out with unzipped trouser. You step out when you are buttoning your shirt. You step out with uncombed hair and many, many other things. So this shows you are not ready. But a person that is going to command respect, each time you show up, Be ready. Brush your teeth. Check your shirt. Check your hair. Check your appearance. If you're going to teach, have something. Have what you're going to teach. Have the material ready. But some of us go to class when we are going to begin fidgeting. Where did we begin? Hey, I told you this one. When you've even written the heading and you check the student's book and realize you had taught that subtopic, it means you are disorganized. So I'm saying undeniable competence demands that you show up prepared. Whenever you step out, ladies and gentlemen, be ready. Step out after checking yourself, after knowing what you're going to do, after preparing for what you're going to do, such that whenever people see you, they know some truth in it, that some people have been showing up, have been showing off. You people, you talk big. You tell people how much you are earning, how big you are living, how good your car is, how good your house is. I want to tell you, these bring your reputation down. These reduce your respect. Your ability to command respect goes down. Then another aspect is appearance and personal organization. The way you appear speaks volumes. Friends, the truth is, we have been enhanced in terms of salary. But this enhancement, let's not only use it for development, for eating, for what. Try to buy some clothing that are going to make you appear like someone who is having a job. Try to organize yourself in a way that the public will see someone worthy of respect. Be calm, even during storm. We've gone through storms, especially at the post enhancement period. It has been a period of storm for almost all science teachers, especially those with the arts oriented administrators. Most of us have been called to disciplinary committees. A lot of pressure has been mounted on us, and many other things. But I want to tell you, the public will respect those that stay calm even amidst storms. So teach yourself to remain calm. Never shout. Never jump out of yourself and begin shouting because a colleague has committed a crime. When you handle these situations gently, I want to tell you, this alone is going to enable you command respect. Then responsibility. Be responsible in everything you do. When you borrow a pen, return the pen. When you pick a chair from the staff room, return it. Whatever you do, have that aspect of responsibility. If you are given a class to teach. Avoid over missing lessons. I want to tell you that alone is going to raise your ability to command, and more so to command respect. Then there is also need to commit to continuous improvement. Continuous improvement involves you seeking feedback about the way you've behaved, about the way you conduct yourself. Don't be afraid. Ask a colleague for constructive feedback on your appearance, on your behavior. Sometimes if the aspect is about your teaching style, you can even involve some students. Are you understanding my chemistry? Are you understanding the way I'm teaching you? What do you think could be maybe that is making people not to understand me? Ask a colleague, how is my appearance today? And I want to tell you, this feedback, use it positively to improve yourself. The moment you work on yourself, I want to tell you, respect will only follow you. Command will follow you. People will listen because they know you are a person of substance. Then prioritize self-care. Friends, manage stress and burn-ups. Some people, they get stressed at home and come with the stress along the road. You are talking, as you are walking to school, you are talking, you are shouting, you are pointing fingers, and then when you get to school, you are moody. you back at students because the wife annoyed you at home, because the school has not paid you, because, and in the end, I want to tell you, your stress is becoming a stress to the people you are dealing with. We are saying manage your stress and burnout so that you can show up with energy and enthusiasm. I want to tell you, nobody commands respect. Nobody can command even the people under him when he's ever moody, when he's ever stressed. People want to see someone who is energetic and enthusiastic every day. Make sure you keep your stress as private and detached from your behavior. All of us have stress, but imagine if everybody carried this stress to school and began behaving and thinking and speaking under the influence of that stress. Then school would be a prison, would not be a good place for us to be. Then master your area of specialization. This, to the science teachers, please don't forget this. You are paid to teach. But most of us, because we've got the money, because we've started businesses, big and small, we are not giving time to read. Now, when you go to class, students begin now to challenge you. Remember, we are living in the age of technology. Students are doing research online. Students are checking here and there. All the search engines are exposed to them. And so when you go there and you've come to teach this concept, you've not prepared yourself adequately. You've not read. I want to tell you, students may raise and challenge you. And when you are challenged, will students respect you, a teacher that they can challenge? I want to tell you, read ahead of them, prepare, master your area of specialization. It is true in the new curriculum, we may not need a lot of notes, but we need a lot of reading. So read and be a master. Commanding personality in the teacher, personality that is going to cause other
We're experiencing network challenges. But we shall get Stanley back. So please keep connected. As if we have lost Stanley from the line, but kindly let him reconnect. I'm seeing some hands here and some feedbacks that members are appreciating the presentation and the topic that we're handling today. So our number has gone to, it had gone almost to 30. So we're around 28 online. Please stay connected. Stanley will reconnect and get back. You can use the chat box to share some of your feedback to the presentations.
Mr. Jacinto, maybe as I can see also time is moving, so as Mr. Stanley comes, I would like to pass an announcement which is connected to the session that is being held right now, and Mr. Stanley actually hinted on it. Yeah, so today the union released some statements which is available on the website. The union received some reports regarding the conduct of teachers, and it is something to do with the teacher welfare. So let me share here my screen, just a minute. Mr. Jacinto, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Yeah. So as Mr. Stanley comes, so there is a press release on the website. When you go to UPSTU.org and you go where there is news and notices, you'll find a press release which was published today, and it came. There are some media reports actually that were received in Kavale, but also we had some in the past, some different news. So there is an article where the Kavale DEO was raising alarm over alcohol abuse among science teachers. So, and the story goes on to say there are some who have actually died because of that, maybe because of alcohol abuse. Yeah, so the union has a statement here released today, and it's on the website, and on the reports of alcohol abuse among science teachers in Kavale district. Of course, some of the reports generalize. Some reports generalize and stigmatize science teachers in general over incidents that could be isolated, or incidents that would occur based on personality issues. So, but also the issues are worth noting and taking note of. So, this is the statement. Members can be able to go and read, partly as a professional body representing science teachers across Uganda. UPSTU treats the matter relating to professional conduct, welfare and learner outcomes with utmost seriousness, and the concern is acknowledged. But also something noted here is that the union recognizes the importance of addressing any incidents of indiscipline where they occur. It is equally important to emphasize that such reports should not be generalized to stigmatize the entire fraternity, but also it also brings in to look at the realities that are happening and what could have caused, what causes some of the teachers to be in such situations. So here it is also necessary to place this matter with the broader context of the teaching profession. Science teachers are currently operating in an environment characterized by increased workloads arising from student enrollment, increase in science subjects, intensified practical and theoretical. So the statement goes on to talk about the realities, and at the end, UPSTU calls upon.
Roger, I think Stanley is back.
Yeah, it's okay. Let me just wrap up with this. I'm seeing him.
Yeah.
At the end, the statement talks about what has to be done, the way forward regarding this, including prioritizing, establishing and strengthening teacher wellness and counseling science systems in schools, promoting work-life balance interventions like what Mr. Stanley was talking about. And so some of these things have been echoed here on ProDev, and at the end of the day, it is an effort by all the teachers, including those who are here on ProDev and others, to make sure that we support our colleagues and we behave professionally. So that is what I wanted to pass another announcement. It was supposed to come at the end, but
yeah, we're using that break.
Yeah, I was using that break.
When our presenter went off. Yeah, thank you so much, Roger. Stanley, welcome back. You can pick from where you left. Yes, Stanley. Unmute and continue. Yes, Stanley. Are you getting us? I don't know why our presenter is having connectivity challenge. I thought he was making this presentation from within Kampala. I expect that you guys in Kampala, you are better connected than us. Me, I'm near Ebola here at the border in West Nile with the DRC. Verify if I can get, if I can be loud and clear and they get connected very well. What's your challenge down there? So please, Stanley, reconnect and continue your presentation.
Ms. Angutoko.
Yes, maybe, please.
What you could do, I'm monitoring here to see that I get him back, but you can ask some members for any feedback at this point. So we take note of the questions. When Stanley comes, he can be able to, we can tell him, and he can be able to, so maybe we can have some of those questions.
Okay.
At this point, thank you.
Yeah, members, as our presenter gets back, we open the floor for question and answer and open sharing. You can raise up your hand and then we pick you to share your feedback. I'm already seeing some chats in the box. That is good, but you can as well. Stanley, are you back? Yes, so who is there online? Members, you can share your feedback. Yeah, though I'm seeing some chats here. One is saying it's an inspiring guidance. And then the other one says one day is not enough for this topic. We need to emphasize it more and more. True. And then another one says command personality is when an officer has superiority over his or her confidence and being result-oriented, respect to an officer. He or she is not pushed to yield results. Yes, appreciating the presenter and our deputy GS. That is Johnson Muindo from Rwenzori. Yes, thank you. Another one, appreciating and saying how he wishes all the leaders attended this. And then another one says that the DO's reporting is biased. Don't school systems sanction measures, have sanction measures? Yeah, so thank you for those comments. Yeah, our presenter, if he comes back, we shall be able to remind him about the chat box. But the screen is saying our presenter is now co-host now. That means he should be online. Stanley, are you back?
I'm back, my brother Jacinto.
Yes. Okay. Please, can you pick on from there?
I beg that. Yes, I want to pick on from there. I want to first of all apologize. We've had a power problem, and but I'm back. I've it. Want to build how to build among
Maybe I can't. Mr. Stanley is still struggling with the network. Yeah, I've seen a hand. Edison has a hand.
Clear. Yeah. Maybe we will. Yeah, Benison, our national vice chairperson.
Edison.
Maybe you can come in. Yeah, Nelson. Nelson, yes.
I was talking about building empathy, managing with empathy among your people.
Our presenter is having a lot of challenges in staying connected, and we're not getting him well. So there is Techno. There's someone with the Techno. The name's Techno something. Your hands were up. Can you make a submission? Edison, your hands are up. Regional coordinator, our colleague, can you make your submission? Edison, Tumuhereze, are you getting us? Roger, we seem to be having connectivity challenges.
Yes. So what we are going to do, the presentation by Mr. Stanley here is very well detailed. So we are going to publish an article on the website, and we are going to share the same so that we can read through and take notes. So we are going to share this one article on the website as well.
Yeah.
And then we shall get all the points that we are being shared about our, like, what do we do to be respected? And maybe for me, I have a personal comment. There are some teachers who don't even cane, they don't hold any stick. But once they come to class, the learners quiet, learners do their work in time. You don't find any indiscipline. And yet they never even shout to the learners. But the way they conduct themselves is commanding, and that is what the discussion today is all about. Having a commanding. What do you do if you are a drunkard and learners are just mocking you? Or are you a late comer yourself? Are you, which kind of teacher are you? What is the personality that you are having? So you will run around with learners and make out of so your conduct and the way you take yourself can really make you impactful to your learners in the classroom and even outside the classroom. So I think we need to have this, and that can help us in building, and that's the presentation we have here. So Mr. Stanley says his power went off and he has struggled to join us, and I can see time has gone. But we have not had any other. Yes, he's back. He's back. Let us get him at least to give us some summarize.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So Stanley, please welcome back.
Yes, thank you. You know, I've been struggling with the power here.
Even network, your network is also not clear.
In the next few minutes, because we've had disruptions, but at least now, Fred, but I'm at least in a stable, in a fairer place. Are you now getting me?
Not clear, not quite. There's a lot of breakage in the communication. Hello?
Yeah, he has broken off again. I think we can just have, if there's any other people who has something to say, and then we can conclude. We shall share the article.
Yeah, now Roger, also I propose, I don't see Madame Betty online. Yeah, but Betty is online. So somewhere towards the end, we shall call her on her to make some concluding remarks. But as the moderator, I would suggest the feedbacks I see on the line from the science teachers is amazing, and they are highly interested in this topic. I think they would adequately contribute to share on this if the presenter was not disturbed this way. So I would rather suggest personally that we request for next Thursday, and Stanley gets better prepared in a place that is properly connected to power and network, so that he can actually represent this topic, share this topic, and we discussed this topic. Even someone said this topic needed a whole week for us to discuss, and we need to mobilize as many science teachers as possible to attend to this presentation. So for now, that is also my personal view, but our committee chair is listening. She will come in at an appropriate time. If there's any burning issue from any member, please, I'm not seeing your hands on the line. At an appropriate time, I think, Madame Betty, you can also bring in your motherly counsel on this matter, because it is something that touches the heart of what UPSTU fought for. Yes, Isaac. Madame Betty, can you? Isaac is there. There is Isaac. Yes, Isaac, can you submit?
Thank you very much for the wonderful session. Actually, it is a good session where you find that a number of teachers, they find a big challenge in having that commanding, like someone who is commanding himself, because some people look for sticks, they look for the back at the learners, yet you can still be in class, learners do your work without putting any pain on them using sticks and all that. So it's been a very wonderful session. And as we continue, I request that you also have time to update us, especially most of the learners, they'll be asking about the project plan, the competitions which are ahead. So if in the last few minutes also we can have that update so that we can know the roadmap of the upcoming activities. Otherwise, I want to appreciate Mr. Stanley for the wonderful session. We are learning a lot, and I believe I'll have time also to share with my colleagues at school. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Isaac. Our committee chair and then chairperson, National Organizing Committee for the Science Innovation Project Competition has taken note. She will give the latest update on regarding that. Any other burning submission? Though I see Stanley back online. Stanley, please, if you are now better connected, can you still come in?
Yes. Thank you, Jacinto. I've changed the location because the other location, I think the network was very poor. And I just allow me. I want to ask the people, the person in the ICT hub to move me to slide number 12, the second last, and then I just conclude this. I want to thank our slide number 12, church or community where we are going to live, because of society who must actively participate in the things that go on in society. It's your community, even the church, where, or even someone, you need to establish here, you need to set rules on your day, from day one, have some rules and enforce them consistently. The reason why most times our respect dwindles between two extremes is because we don't have boundaries that are non-negotiable. Our bound two extremes, that one should not be allowed. People respect predictability when they know exactly where the line lies or the line is line, and that you'll hold it fairly. Classroom management becomes natural. There are those
Stanley is still experiencing
people,
that.
people will just fall sweet and follow you. Then I want us to master. Friends, let's do everything possible to command our subject. Teachers are no longer reading. The good thing, I'm speaking to teachers. I'm telling you, continue reading. Competence-based curriculum requires, when the teacher has the knowledge, so as to refine the crude ideas from the students into the required subject matter to be learned. So learn. When you know your content thoroughly and deliver it with engaging confidence, students naturally value your instruction and they refer to you, to your expertise all the time. They will be following you. You don't need to shout. You don't need to hold the stick. They will be loving you. Be that kind of person who listen. Validate their perspective. There are those people that think he's speaking, but listen to them and treat them equitably. Avoid favoritism. Address behavior issues privately rather than publicly. When someone messes up, please talk to that person privately. And then, of course, your voice, always keep it calm. And then always be warm. Keep your class with warm demandingness. Combine high academic and behavior expectations with deep personal care. Show students that you believe in them. Show the people you associate with that you believe in them, and will push them to succeed because they know you care about their future. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me conclude by saying, to command respect, you need a balanced blend of the attributes above while avoiding extremes. Again, don't push these things to the extreme. If you've set boundaries, again, don't push them to the extreme. Be adaptable. Sometimes listen and judge according to the situation that is available. Be firm but fair. Be confident but not arrogant. You know, some people, that confidence causes arrogancy. Someone who is good at what he's doing, but again, because of his goodness, he becomes arrogant. That one should not be. Let's be reliable when it counts. Be that person that they will depend on. They will say, if Bamtesi is taking on that is a success. That is going to be good. Be that person that is dependable before your boss, that is dependable before your mates, that is dependable before your students and the people that you are leading. And when you do this daily, respect will follow you. I want to thank you for listening, for God and my country. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Back to the host.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much, our presenter, Stanley. It has been a moving presentation, though with a lot of interruptions. We look forward to give you another opportunity through the committee to come back, because this matter of behavior change is a process. We may not sort it out within one presentation, especially when also it is interrupted with network challenges. So management will take note of that. Thank you so much. Members, is there any burning issue that you would like to share with us? Isaac is back. Who else is there? I don't see any other hand other than Isaac. Isaac, can you, in 1 minute, submit what you have there because your hand is still up.
I think he had just left his hand up. He has put it down.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay. Yeah, so now that it's already past 9, there was the issue of latest about the UPSTU Science Innovation Project competition. I request our chair of the organizing committee and the National Secretary Education, Madame Betty Auma, to come in and also make a concluding remark on today's presentation. I would have said something, but this time has already gone. Now we want to welcome her to wrap up. Thank you. Madame Betty.
Yeah, that is my name, Betty Auma. And I want to thank everybody for today's attendance. Thank you for your great contribution. Thank you, Mr. Bamtesi, our Deputy General Secretary of Uganda Professional Science Teachers Union. You have always been an elder, not only in your church, but also on this ProDev. Thank you for the fatherly advice you've given us. The discussions we have had here has been very healthy because these are the practices we have in the classrooms. For the learning process to be an effective one, behavior is key, and behavior is on both to the teacher and the learner. If each of them live amicably in the classroom, then fostering learning becomes very easy. I've had requests, members are saying network disturbed for sure. I listened to a quarter of his presentation, and we shall see and find out which day again. We invite you, Mr. Stanley, back to have a deeper discussion on this very topic, because that is key in our professional development. Members, I have to pass this information, though I already see many are already off. Our UPSTU Science Innovation Project for 2026 was disorganized by the surveillance of Ebola in the country. We are all aware that this has been a very big challenge to many organizations in the country. As of now, we have not yet had any open declaration that the country is now free, but as UPSTU leaders, we are trying to see how, probably by next week at the beginning of the new month, we shall get back to the members to communicate exactly which next step we shall take. However, I would like to encourage all the teachers and learners who are preparing their projects that please continue preparing and improving on your projects, so that when the dates are communicated, you will be 100% ready to present. We are sorry for what has happened. We apologize, but we want to pray that we shall have to see this day come to pass. I'm sure you received already communications, invitation letters. As soon as we are done agreeing, we shall again submit to each of the schools and communicate to see that the program continues effectively. I request, therefore, those who are here to pass this information to others, let them have the confidence that we shall have this competition done before the year ends. Thank you, everybody, for this once again. Thank you, Mr. Angutoko Jacinto, for moderating this program, even when your legs are up. Mr. Angutoko, on the day we had vetting, he is a member of Education Committee. As he was coming to get onto the bus to move to Kampala for this great exercise, he got an accident and broke his leg. And as he has been moderating, he is in pain. That is the reason why I thank him so much for the patriotism he has shown. We wish you a quick recovery, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Betty. Thank you, Madam Betty, for your prayers and empathy. This is what Stanley emphasized, empathetic connection. So I want to also conclude by saying, science teachers, please, like me, have a monthly budget for some charity support to the needy, starting with your immediate colleagues in the school, administrators, immediate neighbors in the community where you live, the church where you pray, the mosque where you go. Please don't use this money out of excitement for over drinking, but have a budget to support those who are in need. You will make more friends. You will not be in danger if you are able to use your little resources to share with our neighbor. Thank you so much for attending to this hour. And Rogers, kindly, from tomorrow, you can share the presentation from Stanley for members to follow. Thank you so much. We thank God for the successful end of this presentation. All the best.
Yeah, thank
Take care.
you.